Thank you for joining me in the demonstration of the E3 forensic platform when working with iOS. Everything in E3 works in cases. Each time you add data, a new case is created, or you can open an existing case and add additional evidence to that case. I have already started a case, so we are going to go to our acquisition. Any data that is added into E3 is added as evidence, so details are kept, such as the hash value, the time it was added, etc., as part of that addition process. With our iOS device, we are going to do a full logical acquisition. Throughout the acquisition process, E3 will prompt you to let you know the steps you need to take to get the best possible image. In the case of iOS, you will be prompted to encrypt the backup with a known password. Once you select that option, E3 will connect to the device and start capturing data. With iOS devices, a logical image with the encrypted backup option can contain valuable data like keychain data, authentication data for cloud access, app data, and depending on the firmware version, you also can get recoverable data. Once the acquisition is completed, you can go through and start the analysis process. You can go through the tree view to expand the nodes to get an idea of what was included in your acquisition. The full platform has some powerful analysis functions in the Content Analysis Wizard that allow you to index data, sort or carve out data, OCR, also known as optical character recognition, scan for malware, and do some specialized image scans based on their content. The options are extensive, and they can be threaded in E3 so you can keep working while the content analysis is done. With any of the indexing and OCR options, multiple languages are also available beyond just English. Once the content analysis is done, some markers show the scans were complete, and we also can access the Sorted Data tab. Now that E3 has finished sorting and indexing the data, we can go to our sorted files, expand our nodes, and we can see all the different categories, including Image Analyzer. Image Analyzer produces a lot of different categories, everything from alcohol to credit cards, drugs, facial recognition, medical, pornography, QR codes, swimwear, and so on. We're going to continue to go back to the case content side, and we're going to look at the parsed data. The parsing of data happens automatically to quickly show references to some of the default data stores in iOS. You can see information such as voice memos, cookies, etc. Details with this data can be found in associated categories such as the Internet browser. In this case, that is Safari. This data can be active or suspended. Other native app data can be seen from outside devices like Apple Watches. This data is shown in Health Data. Details from devices like this can include details like the flights climbed, heart rate, steps taken, current user information, walking accelerometer data, and depending on the Apple Watch, it will also pick up GPS data, your passwords, which is typically keychain data. Keychain data is parsed out to show valuable artifacts such as Wi-Fi state and the details on the Wi-Fi that has been accessed. Other details can include internet password data, etc. This data can help with other parts of the investigation to see details such as the Gmail account and the password. This data is collected with E3 to an authentication data file. This file can be used to capture cloud data related to those keys. This type of cloud capture is included with our E3 Mobile and E3 Universal licenses. There are many ways to use this keychain data to identify if a device has been compromised. You can move from there to data such as call history. It will include details such as timestamps, contacts, and their data. If you use the sorted files, you can find data that is associated with voicemails. Using content analysis allows you to be able to go through a variety of data in context to data type. E3 will also identify the SIM cards that have been placed into the device and activated. So you'll be able to see the phone number, the ICC ID, and the date that it was last updated. All the contacts will be listed with their data as well. Parsed data can also be recovered data. If that is available, you will see it in the tree view, or you will see the note in the metadata of the information stating it was recovered, deleted, recalled, etc. Raw data can also be reviewed. I have the example of attachments to show that you can use E3 to save time as well as dive into the information. E3 has built-in viewers for SQLite, JSON, and more in the interface. You can also export data outside of E3 to work easily with other tools. As I mentioned, you can also work with cloud data in E3. You can use the Cloud Import Wizard to take the authentication data file back in to add new data to the case. This will allow you to see the keys and process those keys for data. Data captured through the cloud can be limited in scope as well. One of the primary areas for data in iOS is with messages. You can view these messages and their metadata in the primary viewer window in E3. You can see the text and dates associated with the messages. All of the columns in this view are sortable and can be moved around based on the review preferences. In this example, you can see some of the details of the metadata that show deleted, edited, etc. Let's jump back over to the Analysis tab and look at some of the search options in E3. With searches, you can search via index, list, Boolean, emoji, and more. E3 supports searching in many different languages beyond English. Once you find data, you can quickly bookmark that data. All of the search engines will guide you with prepared lists or corrections for expressions to make sure you get the most out of your searches. Now we can look at installed applications. They are shown in a variety of ways to ensure you can find the data you are looking for. One of those options is with the installed application permissions. This will help to narrow down if any of the installed applications are potentially suspicious. You can also see the permissions that are granted to the application. These methods can help in the investigation of potential spyware on a device. After that review, you can go to a different summary of the applications. In this summary, you can start to get into the data of the application. Data will show as parsed, or it can also show in raw form. Both options are necessary when working with mobile devices. E3 is designed to help an investigator find the data and verify the results. Data can be seen from chats and other functions in apps. E3 allows access to both parsed and raw data areas with applications. Applications change often, and having access to all potential data quickly and easily is critical. E3 can provide quick and detailed analysis in one platform, supporting a variety of smartphones and other mobile devices. With E3, you have the perfect balance of affordability and comprehensive processing built into a complete platform. Reach out to us to have a custom demonstration done about a particular artifact or to see other functions such as computer processing and analysis, as well as remote imaging of computers and cloud data.